Like, dude. Oh, fuck. I already sprained my ankles 2 times. I do not want to do that again. Chat, beware. If you ask if someone's okay, you can call this stranger. Sorry. That's wild. What the fuck am I watching? Got my fucking. God damn, that. No comment. Is that mouse is flatter than my mouse, bro.
Vibrant Visuals looks awesome on PC or console. But does it even run on the phone? So let's put my Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra into the test by enabling the craziest resource pack and switching everything to Ultra. And I'll be also doing some crazy stuff to make it work. So let's do this. This is the phone, and this is the latest beta version of Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Developers have started to implement native shaders into Minecraft called Vibrant Visuals. And let's say it not only runs like this, but also sucks one.
We decided that vanilla Minecraft deserved something better.
Yes, it does. But why even bother making sure that at least some phones on the market are able to run them with no problems? So for me to actually try Vibrant Visuals, I have to join Minecraft beta testing and download the latest beta version. Though what I did not keep in mind is that it is going to delete all my worlds. As we can see, Vibrant Visuals is no more an experimental feature, and it is officially in the settings. So let's speed things up by switching everything to Ultra. Wait, what? Before we even start, we have to make sure that the phone is charged to 100%, so we make sure we use as most of the phone as we can. We can finally take a look on how Vibrant Visuals runs on the former fastest phone on the market.
Look at those frames, we got up to 200 there. Those clouds as well.
Awesome, those are results we wanted. I'm sorry, Minecraft, but you've given me a tutorial because of my gameplay experience with stuttering. Gameplay, the game is still playing, so what can we do to make Minecraft even more realistic and laggier, you may ask?
I'm dropping it.
One sec, straight real quick. There you go, home. Fuck you, like, this way to go. Oh my lord, bro. Okay, let's do this. I'll just take the riskier route and let's go over here.
Primes HD is a vanilla-like high-resolution resource pack which is going to greatly decrease our performance.
Wait, what?
What do you mean by decrease performance? Well, let me show you. I tried everything like everything, but nothing worked, so I had to choose another resource pack called Fatal.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Okay, I mean, it does work, but the sun looks like a plate.
Vanilla Minecraft deserved something better.
Let's do a TNT explosion test. But guys, this is not everything. I've been actually hiding something very important. You see up here in this description, I've been running my phone on a low resolution this whole time, and I can turn it up to the 4K resolution. So let's seek a shelter and do that. Wow, that was absolutely stunning. But is that it? Is this seriously how it's going to end? What about the people who want to use vibrant visuals only for Fulbright and don't have phones strong enough to at least run it? Wait, what?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine. You're not really.
So now you're telling me it's only going to get worse as time goes on because of overheating? Hi ChatGPT, how can I cool down a phone?
The fridge.
What the f you mean fridge?
Refrigerate.
It is still hot. I don't know what to do to cool down my phone. Maybe I should just give up and play Minecraft Java Edition on the phone. Even Java Minecraft runs better on a phone. How do even computers keep up with this? Wait, is that a fan? I got an idea.
In this scene, we can see how an idea emerged from complete futility, and the unsuspecting viewer watches what awaits him. So now the person in question has put on his gloves and prepared an assortment of handful of tools. Nevertheless, out of nowhere, his spell-working hand has summoned a small household ventilator, which is going to be used for a cooling contraption that stops his smartphone from overheating complications. The person in question has put on his gloves and prepared an assortment of handful of tools. Nevertheless, out of nowhere, his spell-working hand has summoned a small household ventilator, which is going to be used for a cooling contraption that stops his smartphone from overheating complications. Therefore, him and his thrilled viewers know what is about to happen if they alone try to accomplish such lunatic thing, and we know that to the amount of enthusiasm that radiates from the creator, building this contrivance leads to a massive downfall of reality which interferes with expectations.
Wow, I can't believe that it is working. Hey.
This video took me about 50 goddamn hours to make in the span of 1 week.
Like, bro, that's a lot. And that's why I would extremely appreciate any kind of
Support by subscribing and liking this video so it gets to more people. Yes, this is my official voice reveal, but don't expect much since I don't think I'm fluent enough to do a voiceover. This video took me about 50.
Therefore, him and his thrilled viewers know what is about to happen if they alone try to accomplish such lunatic thing, and we know that to the amount of enthusiasm that radiates from the creator, building this contrivance leads to a massive downfall of reality which interferes with expectations.
Wow, I can't believe that it is working. Hey.
Support by subscribing and liking this video so it gets to more people. Yes, this is my official voice reveal, but don't expect much since I don't think I'm fluent enough to do a voiceover. Maybe I pop up in a Bedwars clip sometime or something, but no, let's just let the AI do its best and voice over the video.
Polluted mess. It used to require jailbreaking. I haven't jailbroken my phone since the iPhone 3G, and it made my phone run like garbage, and a bunch of Apple employees that I knew made fun of me in an Applebee's once, and I never wanted to do it again. But there have been a lot of advancements in iPhone emulation very rapidly over the past year or so. First, there were web apps like Afterplay that allow you to circumvent the App Store by just running your games in your browser cache. Then, thanks to the ongoing Epic Games lawsuit, thank you, Tim Sweeney, who liked my brother's tweet one time, emulation apps made it onto the App Store legitimately. The most popular one being Delta. It can emulate everything up to DS, and it does a phenomenal job. They even recently added multiplayer support for DS emulation. But emulation on iOS stops right there. As powerful as iPhones have gotten recently, they haven't been able to emulate much more than DS games. In my previous video on the topic, we used the Alt Store without jailbreak to get Dolphin for GameCube emulation and Folium for 3DS emulation. But unfortunately, neither ran all that great. It's a shame because there's a lot of power in this iPhone that just isn't being properly utilized. And it's entirely Apple's fault. They lock certain tools away from developers for some reason. You might have heard of JIT, which stands for Just in Time. This is a compilation technique that allows certain games to run very fast. It allows games to run just in time. JIT, just in time. Like and subscribe. Subscribe. Thank you. The hardware in these devices has gotten so good that developers have sort of just been able to brute force their way through the software restrictions that Apple sets. But unfortunately, that's not going to really help us when we get above DS emulation. It's not really going to help us for GameCube and above. We need something more than that. You can enable JIT. You just usually have to jailbreak your phone for that. Just this past week, a tool to enable JIT just snuck its way onto the App Store. Stick Debug. Stop everything that you're doing right now. Close this video and download that app now before it gets taken off of the App Store, because it's entirely possible that Apple does remove it. Having Stick Debug on the App Store basically unlocks the full emulation potential of your iPhone without jailbreaking. Now, you can run GameCube much better. There's even a way to do Nintendo Switch emulation fairly easily and with some pretty impressive results. It's not perfect. It's still not as smooth as some powerful Android devices. It also isn't exactly easy. It is kind of easy once you have it all figured out. But troubleshooting is the problem, and that's probably gonna make you want to tear your hair out. Since my previous video, I have the alt store set up already, and that's most of the problem. Enabling JIT is actually super easy. It's pretty much a two-step process from there. But I will say the troubleshooting, again, is where you might tear your hair out. There are some pretty simple tutorials that you can follow that will get you most of the way there, but if something does go wrong, and it most likely will, you kind of need to know how to troubleshoot it. And it shouldn't be that difficult, but you kind of need to know a little bit. Whatever the case, this is still way easier than going through the whole jailbreak process. And it's still undeniably cool to have all these types of games running on your phone, and your friends don't even have to see green text bubbles. Now you froze it. One of the biggest hurdles with super powerful games like this is going to be storage space on your iPhone. Some of these games require a lot of storage space on your phone. Maybe you don't want to leave them on your phone. Save that storage for those little videos that your iPhone makes you. You know those little videos that your iPhone makes you? It's a shame we had to put them down. Anyway, check out this video sponsor, Charge, and their Disk Plus. It's a super thin and compact USB-C M.2 NVMe SSD enclosure. It's a tiny drive. It's so compact, the USB-C cable is integrated into the design. You ever accidentally swallow your SSD? Well, now you can. Try doing that with a normal size drive. No, please. You can put up to a 4 terabyte SSD in there. The whole enclosure supports read and write speeds of up to 10 gigabits per second. It's fast enough to record log footage straight to the drive. So get up there. Oh, you're amazing. Oh, everyone loves you. Yeah, it's called the Sarge, Zim. It's called the Sarge. It's got 1 terabyte in it right now, but it can do up to 4 terabytes, Zim. Zim, where you going? It even has a pass-through USB-C port for charging up to 100-watt power delivery, so no dongles needed.
Looks good. Why is that a surprise to you?
I hold like that. It comes with a little sticker. You can stick it to the back of the upgrade to get the magnetic module, so it'll MagSafe snap to whatever device you want. If you don't feel like carrying it in your mouth all day, at less than 1/4 of an inch thick, it can slide right into your pocket. All right, we got it. Next shot. Move on. Get your Charge Disk Plus at the link in the...
I saw it in your hand.
No, at least pretend that you don't. I would highly recommend watching my previous video on this that goes into a lot more detail on the alt store. If you're new to iPhone emulation, that's something you're gonna need to set up, so you're gonna wanna know more about that. The only thing that needs to be added to that video is that you can now install the alt store using a PC. You don't need a Mac computer anymore, so that's cool. Getting alt store is what's going to enable you to get Dolphin. You can even sideload apps with an IPA file from AltStore, like Folium, the 3DS emulator. These two emulators will work without JIT enabled. The performance is just worse. You will also use AltStore to sideload Melon NX, which is the Nintendo Switch emulator. Just a fair warning, in order to install the AltStore at all, you're going to need an Apple developer account. It is free and pretty easy to set up, but you will have to renew all of your side-loaded apps every 7 days or so, and you're only limited to 3 side-loaded apps at a time. And that includes the alt store. So that means only 2 emulators. And that fucking sucks when you're trying to make a whole video about iPhone emulation. So I paid for a developer account, which is
Alright, well, I'm home now, so I'm gonna end here. Thanks for watching, and like, subscribe if you did enjoy, and bye.